Hi, Merry Christmas. It's early Christmas morning. I'm Sandy Wiley, and today on Christmas morning, I'm going to talk about missing a loved one. Probably it's not the happiest topic to talk about on Christmas, but a lot of times around this holiday, especially around this holiday, Jesus Christ's birth, if you believe. People are missing a loved one. It might be the first Christmas they're having without that loved one, if that loved one has passed on. Like, this is the first Christmas my husband will not be, his mother's in heaven. So this is the first Christmas since his mother passed. And there's always going to be those Christmases, those first Christmases, whether they're the first, second, fifth, or 10th, where maybe you're missing your mother. Maybe, your mother isn't with you this year. Maybe your father isn't with you this year. Maybe it's your husband you lost who isn't with you this year. God forbid, it could be a child that isn't with you this year. They could be deceased, or it could be that person is no longer in your life. And that's just as difficult too, and a lot of people don't realize that just because someone's alive doesn't make it any less painful if that relationship has died. Died through a divorce, or died through miscommunication, like with an adult child. So what I want to, get around here is something that we all go through, and I know everyone has gone through it. Missing someone, all right? We've all have loved someone, and we all have lost someone. And we all are missing someone. And being at Christmas, that can be very difficult. Not having that person there and remembering Christmases past and thinking about what it would have been like if that person was still with us, because they're no longer with us anymore. So my husband will have a very difficult time this year because his mother is no longer on the earth. Different people have thoughts about death and the afterlife, and I'm not going to go into the religious aspect. This video is just concentrating on missing someone that you loved, and anniversaries. What I mean by anniversaries are anniversaries since that person died. A lot of people on Facebook especially will say, like, this would have been my mother's 80th birthday. My mother's 80th birthday, heavenly birthday. My mother is celebrating her 80th birthday in heaven. A lot of people take note of that anniversary. Or this is the first Christmas without my father. Or this is the 10th Christmas without my father. Or, you see what I'm saying? They keep track of the anniversary of when the person died, or when the person, and they remember that holiday. And like Christmas, always, because especially Christmas, because Christmas, families and friends always for the most part, get together. Most people are very busy during the rest of the year, right? But at Christmas time, they always take that time to be together with each other, to be with loved ones, to be with family. My husband has a very large family. He has 3 brothers. They're all married and they all have children. And now their adult children are all married, or most of them are. And now they're having children. See, so it keeps growing and growing and growing. And every Christmas morning, we'd have a big, big brunch with his parents. So everyone, all his brothers, wives, and children, and me, my husband, and my son Austin, not my son Alex, because my son Alex is severely handicapped, and so we didn't take him. We'd all get together for brunch, for a big, big brunch with mimosas and Bloody Marys and coffee cakes and scrambled eggs, sausage. I mean, the works. And then open presents under a nice real Christmas tree. And that is no longer going to happen. That tradition is no longer happening now because my mother-in-law is deceased. So there are no big whole family get-togethers on Christmas morning. I miss my dad too, terribly. I mean, I can't remember. It's been so long. I was only 38. You hear the clock striking? I think it's 6 o'clock now or something. We have one of those pendulum clocks that strikes. So it's going to go ding how many? 1, 2, I don't know if you're hearing it in the background. 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. in the morning, and I've been up for hours. I bet you guys are all sound asleep. Or maybe the ones who have little children on, because they're so anxious to get their gifts, torn up, open, tear the paper up in the boxes. But yeah, see, I think it helps sometimes to talk about missing the person that you no longer have, and remembering those fond times with them, especially at Christmas. I mean, it does have, it's a bittersweetness, it does make you feel sad that you can no longer share those experiences with that person. And this time, especially this holiday of all holidays, where friends and family come together, if you don't have, if you have no one, no family to come together with, that can be terribly heartbreaking, if you had lost your parents and lost your spouse, and you don't have any family. A lot of people my age, I'm 57, have lost, both their parents, and I have no siblings either, so. And a lot of people, even when they do have siblings, they don't talk for one reason or another. A lot of people don't talk to their adult children. I had a friend who didn't talk to her daughters. I can't understand that concept because my sons mean the world to me. Alex and Austin mean the world to me. I couldn't imagine not being a part of their lives. If I did something wrong, I would go on my hands and knees and beg them to forgive me. I mean, I want to, create, a strong bond with them. I want to be part of their lives because I put children on the earth. I think, like I said, Alex and Austin were my best creations. I mean, I've written dozens of books, but my best creations, I see myself as an artist, Alex and Austin. But my heart is broken. I've lost other people too. I lost a dear person that meant he was a father figure to me for 16 years, and that relationship ended very bitterly and very poorly. A lot of times too, if something ends with very badly, it can affect you. When my mother died, we weren't speaking at all. I hated my mother. So there was no, you know, what's it? There was no closure. That's the word I'm looking for, closure. Um, Sometimes there is no closure in life. Um, you just, there was never any closure. I mean, that's happened to more, and that man that I lost at 16 years, who was like a father figure to me, he was 22 years older than me, 22. There was no closure there. That ended very bitterly. So some things end very bitterly. I always used to buy him gifts at LL Bean, okay? Because he always went away to Maine every August. The whole month he'd go away to Maine. He loved Maine. He was like an outdoorsy guy. He went kayaking every day, running every day, athletic, and he loved Maine. He had a summer home in Maine, and he'd go there um, every August for the whole month. So when Christmas came along, I'd always buy him a really nice, expensive gift from LL Bean. A lot of times I'd have it monogrammed with his initials on it. And yeah, so this year, uh, I mean, he's not dead or anything, but the relationship ended very bitterly. I don't want to go into what happened, but what I'm trying to say is this year I didn't go to LL Bean and, look for, a rugged jacket or a heavy backpack or camping gear or, you know, I didn't go there. So every time I go to that shopping plaza, Legacy Place, and I see LL Bean, okay, my heart kind of like, you know what I'm talking about when you have a broken heart. Yeah, it kind of weeps because I wouldn't just go there on Christmas. For his birthday in July, too, I would go and buy him a birthday present there. It would always be LL Bean because he loved Maine, all right? LL Bean, and he was a sports person, and he did a lot of athletic things, and he was just like, he loved all those things that they have at LL Bean. So every Christmas and every birthday, I'd be going there and buying him gifts. So that brings back that too, that I, and this is, it's sad, you're not going to share those traditions anymore. Like I said with the Christmas brunch, we are no longer going to be doing the Christmas brunch because the mother was the one who arranged all that, and now that she's gone, everyone else has their own families and their own lives, and that's not going to happen anymore. So that's sad. Um, there's a lot of sadness, and missing people. And I guess the best thing to do when you do miss someone is to talk about them. Talk about it. Talk about that person. Remember that person during the good times, and talk about that person. Keep those good memories there. Don't harbor on the bad memories. Try to keep those good memories there and remember the person. I always say, if you remember someone, even if they're dead, they're really not dead. They're alive. They're alive through your memory of them. Your memory keeps them alive. Right? Why do you say that? No, people say that writers are immortal. Why do they say writers are immortal? We die too, right? Because everything I've written in all those books on Amazon, when I die, they're still gonna, you can still buy them and read what I said. I told my husband when I die, just keep them going. Keep collecting the money from them. But see, I have published so many books, probably like 30 now, that when I die, my words are still there. You can still read what I said, That's why they say writers are immortal, because even though you can't speak anymore because you're dead, you can still speak through your books. Your books still speak. So, and that's what I say about memories, As long as you talk about the person and they're alive in your mind, and you think about that, and you talk about those memories with others, share those memories with others, then that person isn't really, their spirit is still alive. That's what I'm saying. So if you're missing them, you can capture their spirit through your memories of them. So that's what I want you to do this Christmas. If you're missing someone, we all are missing someone this Christmas. Or most of us are. If you aren't, maybe you're not that old. You haven't lost anyone yet because you're young. You know, the older you get, yeah, the more that heart breaks. So from my home to your home, from my heart to your heart, I'm wishing you very happy and fond memories this Christmas and always. Have a very Merry